Hello and welcome to Wireman's Whimsy. I'm Lorraine and today we are going to make this Always and Forever card using the Forever Blossoms stamp set. We're going to use the large sweep of flowers and the Always and Forever stamp. We are also going to use the Brick Mortar 3D embossing folder. So I've already started the work on this one a little bit. Just to speed things up. This is the stamp, and I am going to use the pale papaya in the dark and the light, and the soft succulent in the dark and the light to color these in. So I am just going to swirl in on the buds with the dark, and I'm going to do the centers of the blossoms here in dark. And then I'm just going to come in and swirl that out into the petals. And it looks really, really, really soft and pretty. I am a real fan of this pale papaya. It's so subtle, but it's got some pizzazz to it. It's got enough depth that it can stand alone and not just be an accent color for something else. So we will just keep coloring in, and then with the leaves, I'm going to go in with the dark soft succulent with the pen side, not the brush side. And I'm just going to add a little bit of detail and then just color in these and just lightly do the stem. And then come in here. This is a little bit painstaking, it just needs a light hand, just a little bit so it doesn't go blotchy. There we go. And then these leaves with a couple of details. And then I'm just gonna come in with the brush end of the light soft succulent and just fill it in. And then I'm going to run this through the 3D embossing folder, which kind of makes it look like the flowers are actually growing up a wall. So we'll just color that in, and then we're going to put it in the embossing folder. And I've jumped right into the building of the card front, and as I build the card I will show you how or what the dimensions and everything are. So we also need to run the greeting and the mat for the greeting through. So we don't need the gray plate anymore, but we do need the other 3 plates. And like I say, I did some of the pre-work on this. These are the Stitched So Sweetly dies, and I'm just going to run them through with the cardstock and the greeting, and we will cut that out. And then we'll build the card. So I have done this card as a landscape card, which means it goes long ways rather than up and down. But I've made it a side opening card. I tend to make my landscape cards side opening just because I think they stay open easier rather than the tent cards tend to collapse a little bit unless you're using the thick cardstock. So this is the pale papaya paper, and it's cut in half down the middle. So it's cut in half at 4 1/4, and then it's scored at 5 1/2 and folded over so that the card actually opens this way. So let's take our card front out of the embossing folder, and I don't know how well you can actually see the shade. Looks like it's really good there. So I am just going to put adhesive, because this is one of the 3D folders. I'm going to put adhesive all the way around the edge just to help it stay down a little bit. One in the middle just for good luck. And then I'm going to center this and mark this down. I think this would be really nice as a card for someone who's getting married. It would also make a really, really nice wedding invitation. There's a little bit of coloring to do in it, but you could pre-cut and pre-stamp all of these, and then just, you know, on your coffee break at work, or sit down with some friends and get some coloring done, and then run it through the embossing folder, and you are good to go. You could print all your details out on the computer and the printer, and then just paste them inside. So we are going to center this in the bottom corner here. Just drop it down, and there you go. Always and forever using the Forever Blossoms stamp set and the Brick Mortar 3D embossing folder. And the original stamping, the outline and the greeting is done in basic gray. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.